welcome to another edition of Unity Through Community. I'm Mary O'Brien, Director of Community Education for the Hastings Public Schools. Glad to welcome you back. Want to thank so many people who came out this last month for a couple of our big spring events. We had Spring O Bingo last Friday. About 200 folks came and enjoyed that. We had the Little Learner Early Childhood Scholarship Fundraiser at the Onion Grill a week ago Thursday, and we had about 100 people who came and supported that, which is so wonderful. Thank you. We think when our final results are tallied that we will have met the match from the $4,000 that we are so generously granted from the United Way of Hastings. So thank you to everyone who supported that. And then, of course, the Daddy-Daughter Dance was a couple weeks ago on Saturday. It was a sock hop, and we had well over 200 dads and daughters enjoying the evening. So thank you again. And one of those little known facts, our youth development coordinator, Sarah Lawrence, was instrumental in getting different volunteers from the high school and the middle school, from the Youth First Planning Council at the high school, and then from Me to We and Student Impact at the middle school. And we could not have done these events without the help of those students. So thank you very much for being good contributors to your community. And also a segue in terms of being a good contributor to your community. Many of you will remember that last June, the district held a meeting, a community meeting for people to come together and talk about a vision for the Hastings Public Schools. It ended up being called Vision 2025, and the offshoot of that was a small core group of people got together and identified three main areas based on that conversation last June that they felt the community was asking them to look at. One was technology, one was wellness, and one was academics. And then there was also a little offshoot that said, and communication. We need to communicate what we're doing in all of those areas. So I was very fortunate to be a member of the communications team, and as part of that sat on the academic subcommittee that met a number of times this past winter. Really lively, good conversations. And now we are coming back to the community, so these various groups are coming back to the community, and we're inviting you to come in and talk to us about what we were talking about. So this is an ongoing conversation. I think that's the neatest thing about this process, at least from my eyes, is that it's not a one-time, okay, we'll have these conversations, it was nice, we talked about it, and then we're moving on. Nope, this is ongoing. So Vision 2025 is inviting everybody in the community to its meeting next on Wednesday, May 13th, from 6:30 to 8:30 here at the high school in the Commons. You don't need to pre-register in advance, but they're asking that you do, just so they have an idea of how many people are coming. So go to the Hastings Schools website, www.hastings.k12.mn.us, and right there on the main page you'll see a place where you can click and say, I'm coming. And I hope you will. I hope you will take that time out. And it doesn't matter if you still have kids in school or not. A healthy school district is really a critical part of our community. So please put that on your calendar. And you know, as we're in May, that things are moving right along. I think everybody at our building said, what happened to April? It went so quickly. We've had just a lovely spring so far. Everything is blooming. It's not like, I think 2 years ago, somebody showed me a picture that at the beginning of May, we had like 6 inches of snow. So fortunately, we're past that. And everybody is thinking at this busy time of year, not only how do we get through, but it's summer. So this is our summer special to talk about what kinds of activities are going on in the community, and in particular through Community Ed for the summer. And so I have with me the woman who has designed a program for you and your family that if your kids say, and I say this every year, there's nothing to do, they are wrong. So this is Zena Stephanie. Hi, Zena.
Hey, Mary.
And Zena is our adult and youth and recreation coordinator and our publication specialist. And she has designed some amazing programs for kids this summer, starting with preschool and going all the way through school age. So tell me a little bit about the program that you've got designed and what parents should be looking for their kids.
Oh, sure. Well, by now, you all have probably seen this catalog.
Our lovely catalog.
Now this one spans the period of April through August,
Okay.
A to A. And while it's been out about 5 or 6 weeks now, you might think, okay, I've looked at that, I'm all done. But summer is in here, all the way through August. So if you flip to the back of the book, you
There it
find
is.
lots and lots of programs, courses, activities, sporting events for youth and adults.
And that's important to know. I think a lot of people have or make the assumption that because it's summer and it's, people can go outside, that we don't have classes going on for adults. And actually, you have a lot of wonderful classes.
We do.
Do you want to talk about those first?
I will. I just
Okay.
kind of made a quick little list, maybe not everything, but just to give you an idea.
Sure.
Because people like to feel great and healthier, and maybe they've been in a fitness program all school year. They don't want to skip that when summer comes. So the demand is there, and we're continuing gentle yoga sessions
Terrific.
for adults.
Terrific.
Teens could join in if they wish to.
Oh, you know what? That's
Yeah.
really neat. So high school
Yeah.
kids, I know the high school kids have mentioned to me that they're looking for things to do during the summer, and that's terrific to know that they're invited to come and
Absolutely.
take part of that class. When is that going to be going on?
So these will be at Tilden Community Center. And off the top of my head, I can't remember if they're Mondays or Tuesdays in the
Okay.
summer. But I can tell you the time of the day. Gentle yoga will be from 4:30 to 5:30.
Okay.
And really they run for short sessions, about 5 or 6 weeks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then Pilates is from 5:45 to 6:45.
Okay.
And I said,
that's a PiYo class.
It
It's
is a
not
PiYo.
a traditional Pilates with the machine that many people say look like
correct,
the
and
rack.
thank you for catching that, because I do want to add, it's fused with yoga. So it's a blend, and highly popular. And again, students 15 and up could join the class if they're interested.
Great.
Very convenient at Tilden in the gym.
And I've taken both of those classes, and they are wonderful classes. The instructor really does a nice job of making sure whether you're a brand new to yoga or PiYo, or whether you've been doing it for a long time, that you get the kind of experience that you'd like. And that's a kind of a unique quality that someone can do that.
Well, Julie Pfeiffer is our instructor, and she does a great job. She's been with us for several years. People really like her style.
Cool.
So thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, for those people who need to continue their certification in CPR, or whether it be for the healthcare professional, infant and child, or even basic first aid, we have these programs run year-round, because 2-year certifications for people expire at all different times of the year, so we want to be ready and available to help them. These 3 classes, they're available in June, and folks can find schedules on our website at www.hastingscommunityed.com.
Terrific. And then what about what kinds of things do we have for kids?
Lots of things for kids. Everything from arts and crafts, sporting events with Skyhawks, youth camps, golf lessons. We have a new organization, Minnesota Foot Tech, that we're working with for a preschool age beginner soccer program.
Oh, good idea.
And then a more advanced, really develop your skills for soccer for the older kids.
Okay.
So that's new.
Okay, tell me a little bit about Skyhawks.
Well, Skyhawks has been around for many, many years. Their instructors all go through rigorous training to be coaches in the program. And kids get a chance to just try a new sport if they've never had that chance before.
Isn't that nice?
They're week-long camps, and I say week-long, meaning in this case, Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
And for the most part, half days.
Okay.
And then there's merit awards at the end. Kids are evaluated for the skills they've
cool.
learned, or maybe what they might want to consider working on if they want to continue in the sport.
Okay.
But
What
it's
kinds
friendly and encouraging.
Oh, that's nice. You know what? And that's great. I think
Yeah.
kids all need that opportunity to be in an environment where they get to try something. They don't have to be the best at it.
Exactly.
So
And this
that's
is the
cool.
place.
Yeah. Now, what has been your experience as you look at the program that you designed for the summer? What are some of the things that are most popular with kids in different age groups?
Well, what continues to be strong is Young Americans, and that's a self-defense program.
Oh, okay.
Anywhere from age 3 up to 15 years old.
Really, 3-year-olds?
Right. Well, they're divided into 45-minute
Okay.
segments.
Okay.
And so, so 3 all the way up to 15.
Okay.
Back-to-back courses during the summer. Those are on Mondays.
Okay.
Monday morning, and then another highly popular program is the Cheer America course.
Okay.
Kids ages 4 to 15, and that also is divided by age and ability level.
Okay.
And there are some kids who've really gotten into it in that they call themselves sort of the extreme team.
Okay.
And they're traveling and competing in
Wow.
cheer routines around the nation.
How cool.
Yeah, and there's just so much excitement with that, so that's
Sure.
really fun to see.
Sure.
Lots of other really neat, fun STEM camps for kids.
Okay.
That include science, technology, engineering, and math components.
I remember the kids were at our place last summer and they were building little solar power cars that they had running up and down the halls of Tilton. It was so fun to see them.
It is neat. So there will be many opportunities for courses like that all throughout the summer.
Okay.
So if a certain week doesn't work, there's sure to be another week where you could find a STEM-related engineering course.
Okay. Okay. And you have this
Yes.
great booklet coming out. Tell me a little bit more about this.
This one is still hot off the press, and we don't even have all of them in our office yet.
Okay.
But very soon. And very soon it will be going home with your child in the elementary schools, Friday folders.
Okay.
What's nice about this is it's an abbreviated version of what's in the back of this book for summer, but in chronological order. So you can keep it as sort of a working tool.
Oh, I love this calendar that says
Yes.
every day in June, here's what we have going on. Oh, that's great.
So if you take a peek, we have these 3 days open, what's happening? Maybe we can get in on it.
Right.
And just follow along throughout the summer. So this will make it easy. Not all of the details are in here,
Okay.
but it gives you enough to get a really good understanding of what to expect
Okay.
and what's coming up.
Okay.
So
And you can
watch for
also go
this.
online, find the whole class description, and you can register online, which is so nice.
Yes, we make it really easy that way.
Okay. And then a couple things that your programs sort of collaborate with. We also have our Kids Campus, so it's our Camp Horizons and
Big Shots.
Camp Big Shots program for the summer. This is all day, everyday childcare. It runs here at the high school from 6:30 in the morning till 6 o'clock at night, and they have just tons of fun, different activities. Some of their field trips this summer. They're going on the Jonathan Paddleford. They did that last year. I was so sad I didn't get to go with them, but I'm going to watch that this year. Bunker Beach Water Park. Crystal Cave is an always popular place to go. They're going to the Science Museum and Omni Theater, Highland Park Reserve, Old Lock Theater, Como Pool. I've been to the Como Pool. They have this really neat rock you can climb up and then jump off the rock into the pool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, it's like a climbing wall, very neat. Apple Valley Water Park, I hear the kids love that one. The Minnesota Zoo. This is my favorite. I talk about it every year. Circus Juventus. It's a place in St. Paul. Have you ever been there? Or?
I haven't, but I drove by it the other day, and I thought I have to do that this summer. I have to go there.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like a big circus tent from the outside, and they teach kids circus skills. Now, not like lion taming, but the kids get on the trapeze. They, do all those. It's more like preparation for Cirque du Soleil, if you're familiar with that. They do a program every summer. It is always sold out, so we're very fortunate. We have tickets to take kids to do that. They go to Chuck E. Cheese, Grand Slam, Sky Zone, Shoreview Indoor Water Park. The bigger kids have an opportunity to go to Valley Fair, to a baseball game from the Twins, Nickelodeon Universe, and then they get to pick 3 field trips that they want to do themselves. When we talk with parents at the end of the summer, they say that is the thing they like the best, their kids like the best, are those field trips. So, but if you have kids who also want to participate in an enrichment class during the day, we will transport them from Camp Horizon over to where the enrichment class is being held.
Within the city of Hastings.
Right, and then back again. So, we try to make it as easy as you can. And if you go on our website, you will see it's called Pick a Perfect Summer. And I think that is absolutely right. You have great opportunities to do all sorts of enrichment stuff for your kids. So that's www.hastingscommunityed.com. We also have our PITS program, which is Playgrounds in the Summers. This summer we're going to be at Lions and at Pioneer Park. And that's a program for just a free playground program. Kids can come and go as they want to during the summer and during the day. So there's 2 sessions, a 9:30 to 12:30 session in the morning, and then 1:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon. 9:30, the morning session tends to be a lot of large group games, large motor activities. The afternoon they do more arts and crafts kind of stuff. I know they always tie-dye t-shirts. That's a very popular activity. You don't have to pre-register. We do ask that when parents come or guardians bring the kids for the first time, they fill out an emergency card for us. But all the information about PITS is also right here in this great summer brochure. And then one other thing very quickly I want to mention that, and thank you for pointing that out, that starting this summer is Hastings Family Service has collaborated with an organization called Loaves and Fishes, and they are going to be providing free lunch for anybody in the city of Hastings all summer long. There will be a hot lunch served at our Saviors, and then cold lunch is going to be delivered to the Three Rivers Trailer Park, and then also to Lions Park. And so you don't have to sign up in advance. All you have to do is show up. And I think it's a nice way to come together and have a community meal. I'm looking forward to that. We're talking about having our campus kids go down there maybe once a week to our Saviors to have lunch. But there'll be more information coming out about that. It's called the Meals Program. So, that if you're thinking about your day, you could have your kid take an enrichment, or your children take enrichment classes in the morning. Then you could go have a free lunch. All together over at our Saviors or at Lions or down at Three Rivers Trailer Park Homes. And then they could go to PITS in the afternoon. I mean, we have it all set for your kids. So
Mary, can you tell me, is the Meals Program for all ages?
All ages, yep. So, kind of elementary, like preschool, elementary, parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, there's no limit to it. It's just an amazing, and Loaves and Fishes is a non-denominational organization, and they've been doing this for a while, so we're so fortunate they're coming down to Hastings this summer. Yep. So we're ready to go.
Hope to see you soon.
Yep.
As a rural EMT, I've heard all of the excuses for not calling 911 at the first sign of stroke.
It's probably nothing.
I can't afford an ambulance ride.
I don't want to create a scene.
But stroke can happen to anyone at any time.
Remember to act fast. If someone's face, arm, or speech is drifting, then time is of the essence.
Please call 911.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
We have some other guests with us today to talk about all the wonderful things that are going on in the library this summer. I remember as a kid, one of my absolute favorite things was being part of the library summer reading program. And I was bound and determined that at the end of the summer, I was going to win whatever prize they had out there. I just thought that was the best thing in the world. And some of my favorite memories, I grew up in Chicago, were walking up to my neighborhood library and just kind of sitting in the back, and it wasn't, this is how old I am, it wasn't air conditioned back then, but sitting in the back in the children's library part and just sitting there and reading, spending an afternoon reading. So first of all, I hope that all of your kids have library cards, and if they don't, this is one of the easiest things you will ever do, is to get your child the library card. And while you're there, if you don't have one, or you had one a long time ago and you lost it, and maybe you're afraid to come into the library because you think they're going to know that you owed fines or whatever. No, that's fine. Get yourself a library card too. That is, and I think I've talked about that before, I love the library. There's so many wonderful things that it does for us besides books. And your summer programs are amazing. So I have Gladys Kinn and Barb Simmons from the Pleasant Hill Library, part of the Dakota County Library System, here with me to talk about what your summer reading program is. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
What do you got today?
Yeah.
Should I go first?
Sure.
Okay. I'll talk about the summer reading program for the older kids. So kids going into grades 6th through 12th in the fall. It's called the Teen Summer Reading Program. And it's a lot of fun, and I'll give you a little hint. There are fewer teens that participate usually in the summer, so your chances of winning the big prize are even better.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
your
that.
chances are
Can I
really
pretend
good.
I'm between 6th and 12th grade and win the big prize?
Exactly. So one of the first things I'll tell you about is Cascade Bay event. You just have to sign up for the summer reading program. If you're between the grade levels 6th and 12th, you sign up for the summer reading program. You get a ticket to Cascade Bay. We're having a teen takeover event. It's going to be June 18th, a Thursday night this year, and you get that free ticket, and only teens are involved at the event, and it'll be a lot of fun at Egan at Cascade Bay.
Okay, so Cascade Bay is in Egan. Okay, but kids would have to get there on their own. There's not like transportation
No,
or anything.
unfortunately, there's not.
Okay,
No,
well
no.
that's good to know in advance.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's neat. So how do I sign up for this fabulous program?
Well, when the summer reading program begins June 8th, I believe, right? Yes, June 8th when it begins, that Monday, all they had to do is stop by the library and sign up for the summer reading program. And like I said, they'll get that ticket to Cascade Bay right away. And that's on June 18th is when the night is for the Cascade Bay event.
Okay, and do I have to have a library card to do this?
You don't need a library card.
Okay,
no.
but if I was there, you would try to encourage me to get a library card,
Everyone,
would you not?
you would want one because, it's cool. So
Yeah,
you'd get
yeah.
one.
Why would you not want
Why
a
would you
library
not
card?
want one?
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. And there's so many more things
Yeah.
that kids can do online, especially in that age group, if through the libraries.
Yeah, you don't even need to come to the library once you get a library card to check out our ebooks. A lot of kids enjoy reading on their phone. There's hundreds, thousands of ebooks you can check out from the library. You don't need to buy them, you can just check them out from the library. And then it doesn't use up your space, it leaves off of your phone after the 3-week checkout period.
Okay.
So it's great to check out books, electronic books from the library.
Okay.
And we also have electronic magazines, we have electronic audio books.
Cool.
So lots of things that they could do. And then one more thing about the summer reading program, just for teens, for the kids going between 6 and 12, we have a bookmark contest this year. This is the first year we're having this. The theme is My Summer Library Experience. They pick up a form, they design a bookmark going along with that theme, and they get entered into it. The winning bookmark will be printed and will be available at all the libraries.
Neat.
Yeah.
Oh, that would really be a neat thing.
Yeah, so anyone with a little artistic bent that would enjoy I encourage them to do that.
So what are the prizes you can win as part of the summer reading contest for kids in that age group?
For kids in that age group, all they have to do is read and then fill out a very simple book review. They can enter as many book reviews as they want, but each day they can receive a scratch card. And the scratch card,
oh, what a cool idea.
The scratch card, you have an option to win a brand new book.
Okay.
They can win a $5 gift card to Target or a coffee place,
cool.
Dairy Queen, or it is possible they won't win anything.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. That is a
that
possibility.
Means you have to just write another one and come back.
That's right.
That's right.
But all the book reviews you enter, and like I said, you can enter as many as you read, turn them in. They all go into a drawing for a Galaxy tablet. Each branch of the Dakota County Libraries will have one Galaxy tablet to give away as a prize.
Nice.
Yeah.
And they can't do that electronically. They do have to physically come into the library.
They do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, terrific.
Yeah.
Well, if I was that age, I'd be, well, of course, we already heard what a nerd I was, sitting in the back of the library during the summer, so, okay. Tell me, Barb, about the younger kids. What's going on for them this summer?
Okay, for the younger kids, it does start at birth, so kids can be read to, preschoolers, all the way up to kids going into grade 5.
We had a brand new grandbaby in my house last night, or yesterday afternoon, yep, and last week at our fundraiser, I bought him a book.
Good.
Even though he's got an older brother who's got, he's a 2-year-old, has a ton of books, and I said, nah, the new baby has to have some things that are special for him too. So yes,
he needs his own book.
There you go.
So yes, and for the younger kids, they get a game board to track their reading throughout the summer, and I do have a copy of that here.
Yeah, let's see.
And it is, hey kids, have fun and earn prizes this summer. And this is what the game
Oh,
board
neat.
looks like.
Yeah, let's show that to the, which camera? All right.
There are different kinds of books that they can read and mark off as they make their way through the board.
Okay.
There are activities like attend a library program or read outside. You know.
Oh, read outdoors, sure. Read about a place you'd like to visit,
Sure.
a funny book, bugs or animals. Cool. You know
And-
what? And that's such a nice way to encourage kids to think about all the wide range of books there are out there.
Right, and they sometimes it pushes them into an area they might not otherwise explore.
Yep.
And they do have the option of reading 20 minutes in place of any of those activities. So, if,
Okay.
like you, they just want to read, and they can do that and still
I know.
gather their prizes along the way.
Yep. Okay, and so what kind of prizes do they get?
We have some items like journals and pencils, but they do also get free books.
Oh,
So we have
neat.
cards of brand new books that are popular that they can select from.
Okay, so do you have to read like a certain number, have a certain number of things marked off on your calendar to qualify for a book?
Right,
or-
there are spots on the game board
Okay.
that tell you when you're
Okay.
have
Okay.
earned your prize.
Okay, and is there a similar big prize for the little kids as there is for the big kids, or do they
Yeah.
just have to wait until they're
There
in
is an
sixth grade?
there is an entry blank in here that they can put in, and it's for a family membership at their choice of place throughout the Twin Cities. Last year's winner chose the Minnesota Zoo. So
Nice.
there are the zoos and the museums and things that they can do with their family for the entire year.
You know, I think that's great. I have a number of friends who are also grandparents, and for Christmas they have started doing that for the family, is to purchase a family pass, but then they put the caveat on it that no, it's not. The parents aren't going, the grandparents are going to take the grandchildren. But they said, you know, that is just such a nice thing to be able to do. So that's terrific to
Yeah.
have that as a prize.
And it's a huge treat for the child to treat their family.
Yeah, absolutely. So how many kids would you estimate over the last couple summers in Hastings participate in the summer reading programs?
I think last year we had about 800, was that it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It was a good number.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And do you have any particular activities going on at Pleasant Hill that you want kids to know about to come up for? Or
Well, like Gladys said, it starts the 8th of June, and the
Okay.
9th of June is when we have our big kickoff event, which is the Root Beer Float Party.
oh, tell me about that.
Lots of activities and games, indoors and outdoors,
Okay.
and root beer floats, of course.
Okay. Is that a
fun.
certain time on that 9th? Or
It's from 10:30 to noon, and then again in the evening at 6:30.
Oh, great.
So working
Okay.
families can come too.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Terrific.
And they'll have
Anything
an
else?
opportunity to sign up at that time
Okay.
as well.
And we are looking for teen volunteers, anyone that will be 12 by the beginning of June. They are welcome to fill out an application. They're available online now at the library website to be a volunteer at the library over the summer.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So again, parents, if you're saying there's nothing for my kids to do, I think after listening to this, in fact, you might want to tell your kids, don't listen to that show today, because now when you say, oh, Mom, there's nothing to do, or Dad or Grandma, there's nothing to do, they'll say, well, see this lovely little book, or see this lovely little roadmap. There's plenty for you to do here in Hastings. So we hope that you will continue to take advantage of everything that's going on here this summer. So thank you, and we'll see you again soon.